Hey everybody, this is Dana, and I am so excited to kind of be here telling you a little bit about my journey with the bald head here, rocking the bald head. So it all kind of dates back to March of 2020, which was my first cancer diagnosis. And I had a radical hysterectomy. I have cervical cancer. And I came out of that cancer experience thinking, did I really have cancer? Because I just had surgery and now it's all gone and I don't look sick. So joke was on me, because then the cancer returned in October of 2020 and I had chemo and radiation then. But guess what? I didn't lose my hair with that. So then again, I thought, wow, did I really have cancer? Like, I don't look sick. I still look the same. Well, then third time's the charm now, because it came back again in October of 2021. And that's when I started a completely different regimen of chemotherapy. And with that actual chemo, I was told that I would lose my hair. And so I had told my husband that in preparation for the chemo that I was going to go and get a mohawk, and I was going to get my head tattooed, and he freaked out and said, no, you're not. And that afternoon I came home with a mohawk and a head tattoo. And then later, because, you know, I don't want to make too much change, he'd really lose his mind. Later, I actually dyed it teal blue. It felt so amazing. And I'm the girl who has always had hair down to my shoulders, down to my mid back, just long, super curly hair. And now all of a sudden I was going to no hair. And so in doing that, I started chemo. And that's when, you know, some of the mohawk started to look more like just mow patches, because the hair was coming out. And so we went to the backyard, and me and my husband and our daughter came over, our son-in-law and our grandson all came over. And I sat in a chair. My hair would hurt. The hair that was there that hadn't come out yet, the follicles, it would just hurt. And so I asked my husband to shave it. So they all came to the house, and we all went outside and turned those buzzer clippers on and shaved it right off. And it all just fell into the grass, all my fabulous blue hair. And it was oddly, it was humbling. It was just this feeling of, I can't really get any more naked than what I am now, even if I took my clothes off. There's just always been something about my hair that made me feel comfortable. And so from that point, I started wearing hats, of course, you know, just kind of discovering a whole new world in that accessorizing type of a department. But then the hats got hot and they got itchy. I knew I didn't want to wear wigs. I just didn't want to. And so finally I took my hat off. The reason I didn't take it off before then was because I just felt like I was going to make other people uncomfortable. And I finally realized, hey, if other people have a problem with this, that's their problem. It doesn't matter why I don't have hair. It doesn't matter if it's just because I chose to shave it or because I have a health condition that caused it. It's me. And I'm going to love it, and I'm going to embrace it, and I'm not going to hide from it, and I'm going to be me. So here I am with all of my fabulous baldness. Got a couple cysts there that gives it character, but it's all good. So if you find yourself in any situation, whether you just want to experience what life is like, not having to fix your hair in the morning, which, by the way, it's fabulous, phenomenal, recommend it, changes your world. Or if it's because you have a health illness, a health condition or any other thing that causes it out of your control, embrace it and love it. God made you beautiful. Your worth is found in Him, and be the best you ever. Mwah.
Okay, well, let me ask you one question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, you've noticed that some women walk either head down with their baldness or they act embarrassed. What have you done? Do you like wear makeup, or do you just be plain simple, here I am?
Here I am, just plain and simple. You know, I occasionally have worn makeup, primarily like if we're going out, my husband and I are going out to a nice restaurant to eat, or just, you know, it's an occasion to get dressed up. But I found that makeup just, it felt different on my face because my hair loss extends to my body. So I don't have any hair on my face. I've lost all of my eyelashes on the bottom. They've thinned, like, I think I have 4 eyelashes on each eyeball right now. And they've thinned incredibly. So it is, even just to wear makeup at this point it's a little much for me. And so, you know, I think a lot of it for me has just been to realize, look, hold your head high. It doesn't matter if you have 3 eyeballs on your head and no hair. You're beautiful and you're wonderful and you're beautifully and wonderfully made. So that's just what I do. I you know, embrace who you are, everything about you, even with my baldness, even with kind of where I am and with no makeup. I've learned to look in the mirror and say, stop talking about what you don't like, talk about what you do like about yourselves. And you know what? I really like the color of my eyes. And so that's what I tell myself. I really like the color of my eyes. So that's what I would suggest to people.
Okay, and lastly, if someone asks you about your bald head, do you actually give them an explanation, or you just tell them that it's a personal choice, or what do you say? So
it depends on the person who's asking. You know, you can get a vibe from people, kind of if there's really an interest, or if it's just kind of, hey, that's weird. Why do you do that, right? If it's a, hey, that's weird, why do you do that kind of thing? I just respond to it because I like it. Just because I like it. If it's someone who's genuinely inquiring, then I will tell them a little bit about my cancer journey. I will tell them a little bit about the fact that, you know, it's the chemo that's caused it. But in honesty, I also tell them the fact that when I am finished with treatment and my hair does return, I think I'm gonna continue this off and on because of the freeness and how empowered I feel, and just how it's allowed me to embrace my whole self the way I am. I like it, and so yeah, when my hair grows back, I might just be shaving it and doing some wild and funky hairstyles anyway that honestly I never would have tried before.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah.
You're an amazing, beautiful, fabulous woman, and I'm so glad to meet you.
Mwah.